on Guam.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Weekend Edition. I'm Julian Hernandez, so glad you could join us. The local drug problem continues to lead to other crimes unfolding across the island. This week, the governor, senators, and the attorney general each discussed the issue and how more is needed to put an end to the growing epidemic. Destiny Cruz reports.
Meth use had already been documented as being among the top causes of death in Guam the past year. Authorities repeatedly say there's no hiding the reality that drugs are still slipping through the cracks and getting onto the island. It's a problem that had Attorney General Doug Moylan testifying before senators this past week on a measure that would implement harsher punishments on those convicted of drug trafficking large amounts of meth or fentanyl.
I believe that the drug problem is an economic one, the supply and demand. We know that this bill attacks the supply. You know, everybody wants to punish and put the drug suppliers in jail. The only problem is the actual implementation through our law enforcement community, doing their detective work in order to find out who are the drug suppliers and drug dealers. What we normally see in our office are the ones that are caught, like in their car, for example, within the past 30 days. They find the larger quantity of meth, they find a scale, and they find baggies. So it's circumstantial evidence that this person must be a distributor. But they aren't the distributor that's bringing it in probably through the Port Authority of Guam or dumping it on the side of the reefs or even potentially manufacturing it on Guam. The gauge that we use in the AG's office, at some point we have to look at the street price of a gram of meth and find out if it's going up or it's going down. If it's going down, we know that either the supply is dropped or the demand is dropping or the supply is increasing. Either way, it's a bad thing.
A bad thing that even Governor Lulian Guerrero agrees needs more support. She spoke with KUAM on the issue during a bill signing this week that would modernize the system at Guam Customs.
When you look at really the drug epidemic on island, you have to really look at it in three prongs. What do we do to prevent it? This signing of this bill and the ability to access now an automated system is going to be one way to prevent drugs from coming in, because we can really now see what all the goods are that are coming in. So customs and quarantine will play a major role in prevention of drug importation, and of course treatment. And with treatment, of course, you have to look at the holistic person and get to the root causes. So we're really beefing up our wellness, Guam behavioral wellness with psychologists and psychiatrists. We're also going out into the schools to educate our children. And that has always been an ongoing program in collaboration with the Guam Police Department, their outreach program, not just in the schools, but throughout the whole island. And of course, rehabilitation is the big one, where we try to get these individuals with the resources so that they can come back into society in a very productive way, so that they can, self-sustain themselves in good health environment. So those are some of the major issues that we as our administration and as our government working together with the community. It's a community whole approach that we need to make sure when people see that drugs are being dealt, please let us know and call your police department and so forth, because we need all the ears and eyes and hands of our community to fight this epidemic.
Meantime, the AG wrote a letter to Speaker Therese Trelahi asking her to support passing legislation.
See this total solar eclipse that is all the buzz right now.
It's kind of a buzzkill for us here in the Marianas. Landon Aidlet with an NWS showed us the total eclipse path.
The partial eclipse. You'll see it'll be nighttime at the time that the eclipse is starting. It's going to go right over the Mississippi River area of the United States and then right up into New England. So the key areas for totality is going to be a very narrow swath.
Many of us will be tucked away in bed on the other side of the world. So, what about spectators stateside?
But they do say that when it's maximum eclipse or the total eclipse, that it is safe for that very brief moment. But better safe than sorry. Keep the glasses on if you're going to be trying to witness this in person across the United States.
And once again, the only Guam residents who will see it are those in Guam, Missouri.
Although we won't be able to see the total eclipse, KUAM TV8 will air a special early Tuesday morning. NBC News will feature extensive live coverage of the historic eclipse on Tuesday at 4 a.m. local time. Lester Holt will anchor the 2-hour special Total Eclipse 2024 live on NBC and NBC News, now from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the world's largest viewing site of the 2024 eclipse. He will also anchored NBC Nightly News that evening from Indianapolis. Today, Savannah Guthrie, Hoda Kotb, Craig Melvin, Carson Daly, Chanel Jones, Dylan Dreyer, and Jenna Bush Hager will join the special coverage live from the Museum of Natural History in New York City, along with Al Roker live from Dallas, Texas. Again, the 2-hour special Total Eclipse 2024 will air at 4 a.m. Tuesday on KUAM TV8. Richard Velasco was born and raised on Guam and is a proud product of the public school system. Currently an assistant professor at the University of Oklahoma, he received a grant to develop a high school curriculum that was culturally relevant to Micronesia. Joan Uggan-Charfris has more.
The title of the project is Amplifying Indigenous Micronesian Intelligence for Data Science with Culturally Relevant Data. Former Guam resident Richard Velasco, who is currently an assistant professor in mathematics education at the University of Oklahoma, received a $100,000 Equity in Math Education Research Grant from the National Academy of Education. He is one of 10 recipients. He says the project was born out of a conversation he had with a computer and math teacher on Guam. And this is where the project idea flourished.
How can we bring data science back to the islands so that there's more interest in it, but also tackling certain issues that are relevant to Guam, to Saipan, to the Marianas, and more broadly Micronesia.
Velasco, who was born and raised on Guam and who had taught at the Guam Department of Education for several years before moving off island, had arrived on Guam last year for a visit with his family when he received word he was a grant recipient.
When they picked me up at the airport, the first thing I told them, and it was just a cause for celebration at that point. So not only was I so excited to be home with family because it had been a couple of years since I'd been home in Guam, but I'm so glad that they got to celebrate with the joy with me in receiving this grant. I was also excited to tell my mentors and a lot of my colleagues who have been supportive and supporting me throughout this journey.
The grant, which is for 2 years, will help provide for the project. His hope for the project is threefold.
We have some tangible outcome, the development of pilot data science curriculum modules that is relevant to Guam, Saipan, and Micronesia more broadly. Data science is not anything new, but it's fairly budding within the secondary level. What we're hoping is that what comes out of this project is that we have a set of modules to sort of begin a launching pad to creating a broader curriculum for data science. And then last but not least, my hope is to just also highlight and bring awareness to the social political issues that are affecting the island of Guam, Saipan, and more broadly the region, and how students can maybe give back to their community, because everything about this project is full circle for me. Again, coming from Guam being my home, it's my way of giving back, and that's one thing that I hope that the students would be able to bring back if they are interested in this project, that they're mindful of their home and the values that they were raised in, so that they can pursue something that they're interested in, but also a way to give back and remember where they came from.
Joan Uggan-Charfris, KM News.
Now to Decision 2024, a reminder that the primary is on August 3rd. KUAM is bringing you the interview with Nick Delgado featuring the candidates for Guam Delegate. You can catch the next episode Tuesday, April 9th, immediately following KUAM News Primetime. Next in studio is a candidate on the Republican ticket. He is no stranger to the public eye. Ken Leon Guerrero sits down with us talking about his run for the D.C. office. He also discusses his platform for his campaign. Hear what he and other delegates candidates have to say to voters. Leon Guerrero re-entered the race last week and would be going up against incumbent delegate James Moylan. The Democrats are Senators Amanda Shelton, former Congressman Mike San Nicolas, and Ginger Cruz in the primary. The interview airs each Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. only on KUAM. Now time to see what's trending on social media this week. Team KUAM does the bobblehead trend, which you may have seen posted this week by our partners at Clutch Guam. Enjoy! If you've got an idea for what we should do on our next Trending This Week segment, DM us at Team KUAM on TikTok or at KUAM News on IG. Time for a quick pause, but keep it here. More Weekend Edition when we return.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Rooted in the community since 1995, Kmart is here to serve you 24 hours a day. From essentials to fill your pantry to delightful treats, our selection of groceries have everything you need to stock your kitchen with love. Step directly into style with the latest fashion finds in shoes and clothing for the family at unbeatable prices. Turn your living space into a dream home with our unparalleled selection of home goods. Illuminate your shopping experience and brighten your budget every week with our blue light specials. These specials are a testament to our commitment to offering the biggest variety for the best value. Discover a world where quality and savings meets convenience. Kmart is your one-stop shop where every visit is an adventure. Shop smart and save big at Kmart, your Guam shopping destination.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
Very juicy.
Hi, the food hits, right? Are you at Not Howie? Does it hit or does it not hit?
I'd say it hits.
Yeah, it does hit.
I can't lie.
Okay, but you did, maybe. The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night.
Welcome back to Weekend Edition. Making waves in Utah are Guam natives Joey and Nicole Rivera. The couple share how they're bringing on island as they set the foundation on their two businesses. A clothing brand and home cleaning service were created. Joan Uggan-Charfris has more.
Fitting that husband and wife Joey and Nicole Rivera reside in Utah, known as a beehive state because pioneers consider themselves hardworking as bees. The duo has been quite busy, each working full-time jobs, raising two sons, and running two thriving businesses, Lavender Lush Cleaning and Cultivated Roots. Nicole explains how Lavender Lush came to be.
He does everything in quality, so he's really good at quality and making sure things are done, like a really good process. And I'm not so strong in those areas, but I've worked with home service companies for 8 years, so house cleaning companies, window cleaning, and so we decided in 2021 to start a company in the home service industry. So we started a house cleaning company. We still kept our full-time jobs, but we decided to hire really good employees and then just run it in the background and grow it from there.
Cultivated Roots is a clothing brand created about 4 months ago, opening its online doors in January. The idea sparked from a trip to the island in October of last year.
We had, I guess, a privilege to work with, do some volunteer work with Guam Sustainable and with Delegate. And so, going through those experiences back home, we saw how the community can come together and support one another, and just to show love, just for the island and the people. So we come back to Utah, after vacation, we come back to reality, and it got me thinking, like, we need that stateside, right? So we need that holiday love. So that's what Cultivated Roots is about, just spreading that holiday love stateside as well as back home.
As a response has been what Joey describes as a wild ride, but at the heart of it, it has always and has been about making connections.
I spend a lot of my time, since we both work full time, we're super busy, but we work opposite shifts. And so most of my time has to be dedicated towards the cleaning company and making sure everybody there is taken care of. So Joey spends a lot of his time just with designs and with everything in Cultivated Roots. And so he's been really good at making connections on social media. Social media is amazing to make connections with people. I mean, you found us there. And so we're just really blessed that we have technology that can connect us with, people from Guam all over the world.
Some exciting things happening for Cultivated Roots with a couple of pop-up shops.
We're doing our first pop-up here in Utah at the Utah Liberation, and we'll be having another pop-up at the Marianas Festival in Oregon late August.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited about those two events, and just to get out and meet people, face to face, and slap hands with them and just spread that holiday love.
As for what inspires the designs for the brand?
When I design something, obviously it has to be rooted to our culture, our traditions, some sayings. There's one that really stuck out to me back home, was I saw this design on my sister-in-law's bottle, and it just said native. So I was like, okay, and it had the cocoa bird on it. So I was like, you know what? I want to make a design called Keep It Native. That way, everything we have back home, we can call ours, but we can share it with the world, So yeah, that's one of the inspirations for my designs. But yeah, it just has to be tied back home. It has to be rooted back home. And it has to just have meaning, for sure.
For Lavender Lush, they focus on residential house cleaning.
A lot of clients want us to just come in and do like a one-time deep clean. Sometimes they need to do a move-out clean. But what we really focus on is the recurring clean, because that's like recurring income. Every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, somebody wants us to come back and repeatedly keep their house clean. And when we market it, we focus a lot on, not on cleaning so much, but on the experience. I know all over the world, really not just here in Utah, there's a lot of mental health issues. And so we do focus a lot on mental health and helping people to have clarity and less stress and less overwhelm. And so that's kind of our primary focus.
Both businesses born out of what is in their DNA, that holiday love and entrepreneurial spirit.
As Chamorros, it's in our DNA, just to have that very great hospitality, if you will. Like I said, that word holiday love, right? That statement. I think it's in our DNA just to spread that holiday love, no matter what community we live in.
When I think about how I grew up and how it relates to our culture, I think I was raised very much in having a heart of service. And I think our people in general have a heart of service, and we love to help each other. And so, I mean, helping somebody in the most intimate place in the world inside of their home is like the ultimate way to really serve somebody else. And so when we hire people and when we train people, one of our core values is having a heart of service. And so we hire people who really care about their jobs and care about the people that they serve.
To show these two some love and cheer them on their journey, follow lavenderlush_cleaning and the Cultivated Roots on Instagram.
I would love to give a shout out to my parents. My mom just made me a very flexible, crafty person, very good at DIYing anything and problem solving. And then my dad gave me my entrepreneurial spirit, and he just taught me that I could really just do anything that I wanted, and I can try different things and not feel bad for wanting to start something new, and just having fun in life.
Yeah, for me, obviously family, my parents, family back home in Guam, friends back home, new connections we're making.
Nicole adding,
I think we have to give a shout out to each other too, because you don't see a lot of times couples in business together.
True.
It's actually really difficult. Even just business is really hard. It takes, especially if you're starting from scratch, you have to know your numbers. You have to be able to balance, we have kids and we have full-time jobs, and now we're trying to run 2 different businesses, but our marriage is super important. So just being able to work together and care about each other and not fight over silly things, because we are our biggest support system. And so I think that we owe ourselves a lot of shout outs.
High five.
Jenigan Charfris, KUAM News.
Sports is next. Keep it here.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina Chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
It hits.
Hi. Are you at Not Howie? Food hits, right?
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night. The Cantina Chicken Quesadilla isn't just for late night, because it has a perfect slow-roasted chicken to melted cheese ratio. That's chicken on the inside, cheese everywhere else. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Quesadilla, only at Taco Bell.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
That's beautiful. There you go. Why are you nervous?
Because I miss my son. I'm ready for him to come home.
What's the first thing you're going to say to him when he comes through the gate?
I'm so proud of you. Stop letting me cry.
Not just your brother, man, but it's the whole family that made this happen. So you guys earned it, man. You guys ready to welcome them to champs?
Yes, of course.
What's the first thing you guys are going to say when they walk through the gate?
World Series.
What does it mean for you to lead these young men and to actually see what they're doing for the community? And, you know, their parents are so proud. But, I mean, you guys went out there, you represented, and we got the victory.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the kids, right? We're out here for them, to support them, teach them how to play, guide them when they play, and they played well. They deserve it. The whole team does.
For everybody like in the dugout, when you guys saw like that winning run in and said, we did it, we're the champs.
We're just happy and we just ran out of a lot of excitement. We're happy we won for Guam.
You guys know the work's not done. We still got a South Carolina trip. We still got the World Series to look forward to. So how are you guys gonna prepare?
We're gonna keep training and get ready for the best of the best.
We just had fun. We had a lot of energy going into all the games. We kept it throughout the whole tournament. And it carried all the way to the hotel. We just had a good time.
It is pretty special. It feels good to come back home, seeing that everybody here supporting us and greeting us. It feels very good to have the LT himself just come up and give me my lays. So yeah, it feels good to be back home.
We're just so proud of them, and they just showed the best that Guam has. And you know, some of them, I know their parents, I know their grandparents. I'm so proud of them.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
Troy Polamalu Safety, a.k.a. the Quiet Storm. Troy's seen more out of the corners of his cold steel eyes than most mortal men have seen straight on. The last thing an offense would witness: a fury of flowing mane, incoming at high speed.
Hey!
Cat-like quickness and supernatural instincts like Troy's only come once in a lifetime. And oh, how grateful we are that they came in ours. No one made the beloved burg of Pittsburgh feel quite as safe as this safety. The Hyundai Tucson with advanced safety and tech, because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. The one and only stuffed crust pizza tempts your taste buds with melted cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. And at just $18.99 with one topping, the stuffed crust pizza is truly irresistible. So grab your slice of pizza perfection with cheesy goodness baked right into the crust. The stuffed crust pizza, just $18.99 with one topping. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Consumer Delegate startup submitted on KUAM.com.
All right, on the weekend, everybody, on Sunday, we hope that Zoe and Millie Pakairi are not resting and that their friends and family are celebrating them with an awesome party. Your shout-out, Zoe and Millie, says, double fun, double the celebration. Yeah, I told you. Happy birthday to our dynamic duo, the Pakairi Twinkies. They each have their own unique spark with their hearts beat with the same love. Happy birthday to our twinkles of the heart. And happy birthday number 25 to Nicole Mercer. Happy birthday blessings to Kiki. Love miss you plenty from your Guam family. Those are our Sunday birthday babies, and we appreciate and celebrate all of them.
That's a first here on Weekend Edition. For more news, go to KUAM.com and visit us